Hey YouTube, welcome back to Blue94. There's National Master Brandon Maya back at it again. This time with a different video. As you guys can see on my left, I have just random chess books. But today I'm going to be giving you my personal reads on what I personally believe that the ZMF 2 digital chess clock is the easiest chess clock to program, and by far the best clock I recommend to any single player. Discovering the chess world, getting into it, and discovering the intricacies, the magic, the special pizzazz of fast speed chess, blitz chess, rapid chess. Anything that has to do with time. I'm here basically recommending you this as your first chess clock, and I have many reasons. So yeah, let's get first into it. So throughout the years, originally when I first started playing tournaments, my first ever tournament, I played a tournament in the South Miami Chess Club, and I remember I think I got third place in that tournament. It was called the Linguine Open, and at the end, the TD, who now is like one of my closest friends, or not really closest friends, but he's like a very dear friend to me. He helped me a lot. He basically gifted me this chess clock, which is the ZMF. Unfortunately, it broke, but I still keep it as like a token. This is my first ever chess clock. So it holds a really, distinct memory to me. It's very, very special. It was the blue one with blue LEDs, and this is the thing I like about ZMFs, because ZMF clocks, they always have different types of colors. So you don't necessarily have to get the one that I'm going to show in the video. There are different ones. There's blue with blue LEDs. There's red with red LEDs. There's white with black LED, whichever you prefer. I really only have two ZMFs. I have the red one over there, and I have this one, which is the one I'm going to show in this video. But for demonstration, all you gotta do is switch the lever, and there you go. It's red LEDs. So that's my red ZMF with red LEDs, and this is my black one with red LEDs. When you just flick it to the left, there you see my my nice little ZMF. Now the reason why I go with the ZMF is that first off, there's other clocks. There is the North American, and there is the Chronos. Let's go with the Chronos. So the problem with the Chronos is that essentially you flip the switch and you get to do a lot of different manual settings. It's really cool. This clock used to be popular back in the day in the early 2000s, before I was born, and well, I was born in 2005, but still, it was just a very, very popular clock in the era of Hikaru, when Hikaru was up and coming. And unfortunately, it's kind of declined in popularity since the manufacturers, the people who were trying to make and sell these clocks, simply didn't have much of the material needed. This is by far the heaviest chess clock in the world, and it carries a lot of punch. It's able to handle quite a punch. It's able to handle a lot of resistance with a lot of force. You could hit the buttons as hard as you want. It's gonna do really well. It's gonna have to take like a couple of hammers to break a clock like this, or throwing it to the floor really hard. So for that reason alone, this is a very durable clock. It's really amazing. Is it worth the price? That I'm not quite sure how to tell you. But the reason why I don't recommend this is because, let's say you gotta hold these two buttons, right? Then touch the button in the middle. You get all these random modes, and you gotta click and know which ones are which. And you just get really random time controls that, unless you're familiar with the Chronos or the manual, you're gonna be completely lost. Now, my favorite clock, which is the one I always love to use for Blitz, is the black one, the black Chronos. And I love this one because it's way smaller. It's the Chronos GX digital chess clock. You hit the button again, and you see I have different time controls. I have 3 too. I click one of the buttons, and you can see this is so satisfying at a 3-minute and 2-second increment. Super, super satisfying clock to use. But if you look at the way it's programmed, this is kind of like why I like the ZMF, because it has the same type of articulate design as the ZMF, but so much simpler. Sorry, I meant that the ZMF has the same articulate design the Chronos has, but much simpler. And for many players who are often introduced to speed chess, this is the first clock you're always going to see at the scholastic level, at the club level, at the beginner level. You're always going to see this clock because it's so simple to use, and part of the reasons why many people use it at clubs or in schools is simply because it's very cost effective. On Amazon, I just bought this recently. It came in today. It cost around $40 with taxes. I think around $42. So it's really well worth the money. I think this perhaps the cheapest chess clock you can get, and it's very, very durable. If you preserve it really well, it can last you a very long time for decades. Really, really well worth it, in my opinion, worth the money. But essentially, again, you're gonna have to need Type C batteries for them in the compartment. You see the little thing right here. You just push it all the way back, and you open the compartment, put your Type C, and then there you go. You're ready to go. You simply hit the little switch on there to the left, and pop out the LEDs. Now, this is just simply edited, but essentially, let's say you wanted to get like a 5-minute game. You essentially hit the red button on top, and it's gonna go to different time controls. Now, originally, this would have been the 5-minute, but I did switch it to a classical time control. But let's say we want to make a 5-minute game, right? We would hold the red button in the center until it starts blinking. And now you see both of these are blinking. We would now tap it again. And you can see that this one right here on the left side is only blinking, not the right side. And basically, you use the two handles as a way to increase or decrease your time when manually setting the clock to whatever time control you want. So this is 10 minutes. Let's say you want 5 minutes, right? We're gonna go to the left side because that decreases time. Right side increases time. So right side, as you guys can see, every time I tap it, it increases the time. We're gonna decrease all the way to 5. And now we press the button again. And it's gonna go from the left side to the right side. Now you see, this is the seconds. From minutes to seconds. We don't want any more seconds. So we press again. And now we go to the right side. Again, left side, decrease, right side, increase. So we go 5, press, and press. And boom, there you go. It's confirmed. Now it is 5 minutes. And all you gotta do is just press the button. See? No increment, no delay, nothing, nada. And that is simply 5 minutes. That's what's cool about the ZMF. It's simple program and by far the most easiest to learn. I think that there are other clocks, there's the North American, which I think isn't a bad clock. It's really popular and it's doing really, really well, very modern. But I simply don't like the North American because I think that while it's easy to learn, I just love this because this just feels more comfortable in my opinion. It's a little bit heavy, but that's what's good about it. I love that it's a little bit heavy. I feel like North Americans, if you hit them really, really hard, they're gonna break way easier than this because they're more lightweight, and this holds a little bit of resistance. I think that the shape of the ZMF is a lot more professional, a lot more clean, especially when coming into classical tournaments. That is just my personal preference. But now let's just say we want to do like a 3+2 game, right? Let's say we wanted to add increment, like a 3-minute game with 2-second increment. So again, red button, hold it until it blinks. It's blinking. We press again. We want 3 minutes. Go all the way. 3 minutes. Like so. And now both of these are just 3 minutes. As you guys can see, both of these are 3 minutes. There's nothing much else that you guys can see. So 3 minutes, right? 3 minutes on each side. Essentially what we want to do is hold the button until it starts blinking, and instead of pressing the red button again, we press one of the handles. We're going to press over here, and this is just simply going in reverse. The right one just goes, so yeah, we press the right one, right? And here we see hours and minutes, and here we see minutes and seconds. We're going to just ignore that. We're simply going to go all the way, and here there's delay. If you want to add delay, you simply press the button here and then put your delay here. But we want increment. So one more time, we got increment. Touch the red button, and now this part's gonna blink. How much increment you want is up to you. Again, you can decrease or increase. I'm going to put 2. Press the button again, and you can see it's confirmed. We press continue, we continue, we continue, and there's just a bunch of random other settings. Continue, continue. There's the LED if you want on or off. I like having the LED simply because in classical, whenever you're playing, you can always tell whose turn it is. So that's what makes me really fond of it. I think that it's a really nice feature to have. Sound if you want on or off. I simply prefer that it's not on during tournaments, so I would just click the button in the center, off, and continue. And now when it says play, again, you click the button again in the center, and boom, there you go. This is your confirmed time control 3+2, 3 minutes with a 2-second increment. And you guys can see, once I tap the button, there's no sound because we already confirmed in the setting manually that there will be no sound. And whenever we play a move, you can see one of the LEDs, the signal triggering to you that it is your move, it is your turn. Touch, and we had 2-second increment. Look, it's a 44 touch, it went to 46. Touch, 59, 46, 3, 6. So you see, it works. It just manually works. And this is why I like the ZMF once more. I think it's very easy to program. Now, let's just say we wanted to make like an hour time control over classical. That's what I already did with this. But essentially, what you do is hold it, right? You hold it. You hit the button. Again, this hours and minutes. I would now click the button here. And as you guys can see, this is basically hours. And then this here is minutes. I would click. This is now 1 hour. You can click the button in the center. This is minutes. We can just go, hold on to it. Let's say we needed to play a classical tournament FIDE rated that was like an hour and 30, 90 plus, 90 and 30, like 90 and 30 second increment. We go 1 hour. We already got the hour. Now we need the minutes. So yeah, 30 minutes. Again, same thing on this side. Just hold it until it reaches 30. There we go. And boom, we got an hour and 30 minutes all set. This is just flat hour and 30 minutes. If we want to add increment, once again, we hold it and we just keep dialing forward. Again, this is just numbers and seconds. If we press this one, let's say we put 1 minute here and then, let's say 30 seconds here just for fun, just to show you the comparison. 1, and let's just put 30 seconds here just so you guys can see the comparison. See that what I'm doing isn't just magic, it's just real. As you guys can see, it's just seconds. It's not hours, it's not minutes. Okay, so again, back to the time control. We hold it until it blinks. And now we go here to hours and minutes. We click the center button. 1 hour. Click again. This is minutes. We hold until it reaches 30. And we do the same thing to this side. 1. Okay, and boom. This is an hour and 30. And we're going to hold the center button again, because now we're going to look for our increment or our delay if our tournament needs increment. We keep going. Now this is the delay. If you want to add delay, again, you click the center button, ignore the F, simply just click again, and it'll give you the number and put your delay in. Let's say we want 5-second delay. We would just click it and just keep forwarding until we reach play. And now we're going to test out the 5-second delay. Touch one of the handles, and we see there's the delay that's flashing. Super, super cool. And then his time just started. As you guys can see, the delay starts on the other side as well. Super, super, super simple, super, super durable, super flexible. Let's say we wanted to add increment. Increment again. Again, whenever you want to reset, you press the button 3 times and then it'll restart to the initial time that you guys set it to. Let's go to the increment. Now, again, first we gotta remove the delay. So we hold it, we tap it again, and again, left side decreases, right side increases. We want to get rid of the delay, so let's go back to 0. We press the center button again, and we go forward until we reach increment. Touch the center, and let's just say we need 30-second increment because it's a FIDE rated event in the US. Boom, 30 seconds. We keep going, keep going, keep going until it reaches play. Again, very rudimentary. We press it, and now let's say we just press one of the handles. 30, 30, 30. And as you guys can see, they're gaining minutes. We're gaining little minutes because each move is 30 seconds. And again, to reset to the initial time, three times you touch the center button. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and it should reset, and you're good to go. So again, in summary, I think that this clock is very, very simple, very easy to understand for tournaments. It doesn't have to be an hour. It could be 3 minutes with like 2-second increment. It could be 3 minutes flat. It could be whatever you want it to be. And that is exactly why I love this clock, because it's so simple. It has a little bit of weight. It can have over 1,600 hours, if I remember correctly, just from the battery life alone, which is a lot of playtime, or I believe it's a lot more. I'll correct myself in the description below. And I'm actually going to put a link onto Amazon. Because again, this clock is just so flexible. It is by far, in my opinion, the easiest clock to control. And for American chess, for US chess fans, again, this is just a clock that I recommend to anyone, to coaches, to students, to chess players on the run, on the traveling, traveling the world, just playing around the US, in many of the different cities, from Philadelphia to World Open to Vegas, playing National Open, whatever tournament it may be. It may be in your local club, your state championship, or your national, great nationals, by the matter of fact. You have many kids using these clocks still. It's just a very versatile clock, and honestly, in my opinion, I cannot wait to use this when I go travel and play Morphelia events around the US. This by far is my favorite personal clock to use. I love the Chronos for Blitz because you get the sensation with the buttons, but in terms of classical chess or just flexibility, easy understanding, and it doesn't even take much videos. It really only takes like 5 minutes to learn, and just from watching my video, you're simply going to learn it really, really quickly. So again, to recap, I think there's a lot of reasons to use it. It's very easy to program, has a lot of flexible settings. It fits most of the FIA time controls and UCF time controls needed for local events and some very big events like World Open, National Open, etc., Great Nationals, whatever it may be. It's just simply very durable. It has a lot of lifespan. It can be able to last over decades if preserved really correctly. Only needs 4 type C batteries, and it just does its job really, really well. It's landed against the test of time. It's pretty straightforward, and it's very, very simple. Again, for coaches, for students, for scholastic players, for masters even. Like, I'm a national master, and I still use this clock, and I think this is the clock. I had to buy it today. This clock I bought today, it came in. I still think that the ZMF is worth it. It was the first clock that brought me into the world chess as I got in, learning more about time chess. I got it as a gift. This clock's broken, still keep it as a memory. But buying right now, this one in 2026, I got this one. This is my first ever clock in 2018. It's broken, still as a memory. This right now in 2026, I'm gonna keep this with me as I travel around the US and play more chess, because I think it is just honestly worth it. And again, cost effective, easy to learn, easy to manage. You have lots of time controls. You can have increment, no increment, whatever you may choose to do, all in the palm of your hand with a simple $40 clock that weighs a little bit, is able to take quite a punch, and is not distracting anyone. Very simple, very durable, very flexible. So in my opinion, I think you guys should get this clock. It's on Amazon right now for $42, $43. So very cost effective and definitely worth the buck. Alright guys, I hope that you enjoyed my video. I'm sorry it's super long, and I'm sorry you hate my rant or don't hate my rant about this clock, but I think that this clock is honestly worth it. So again, you can do whatever you want. You have all these settings to play with. Remember, you have increment, delay, whatever you want, and when you're finally ready, hit play, and boom, you're simply good to go. Left side decreases, right side decreases. And to reset, 1, 2, 3, and you're back to the initial time for your next ready game. So that's it, guys. That's Blizz Wizard coming right now on YouTube. And yeah, later, guys. Hope you guys have a nice night. Later. Chill.